So, welcome back for day two at Armenia. So, these are all memories which I am recording for myself when I look back to how our Armenia trip went on. So, just sharing few of our memories with you. So, if in case you want to visit or travel, or you might get an idea out of what I am doing. So, basically, this is for me, a memory for me. So this was a breakfast spread which was there in the hotel. Actually, it was there was quite a lot of variants there. Like we went to Armenia last, I think October 2021. We went to Armenia. The spread was very little. We went through Air Arabia. We booked in LM Hotel. It was a package. So for day one we had sausage, bread, some scrambled egg. Day two, day three, it was the same menu. So we were literally tired of it. But however, the food breakfast was really good in Armenia. So we were all ready for our day two travel. So by 10 o'clock, the van will come and pick us. So the first itinerary for the day was the cable car. So around 40 minutes of drive from our residence to the cable car location. And for the cable car, it costed around 3,000 drams. That is two-way. For kids, it was not free. So I had to buy two tickets. So it costed me around 6,000 drams. So that is roughly around 60 dirhams. So it is one kind of experience which actually you have to enjoy in Armenia. And when it's snow, it is even more better. But the climate which we went also was very good. So it was, I think, around 24 degrees. So we visited Armenia during September 21st to 24th. So it was a 4 days and 3 nights package, wherein on the fourth day we had traveled in the morning. You have to be really quick in jumping up and having a place in the cable car. So in Georgia also we had, this is actually more, it's not more like a cable car. Cable car is something which is closed, and Georgia has that. That also is one of the must do activity in Georgia. But this is a ropeway wherein it goes up to a small hill there, and there are more activities to do. So they will give us around half an hour wherein you can spend some time there and you can get back. So this is the autumn, the fall is yet to begin in Armenia. So that's why there are so many greens. But when there is fall and snow, this place is really beautiful, is what I saw in the video. Okay, so this is a hill place which I was selling. So the ropeway goes up till here. There's another ropeway which is there parallel, which even more goes up, but I think they've stopped it for the current being. So here when we come on top, you have activities like horse riding or the motor car, and there is a little bit small restaurants also available. But when the time when we went, everything was closed. So only these two were there. And but horse riding and all, they just take us to a very small diameter, which is not worth spending the money. And I think they charge around 3,000 drams or something. And again for this motor ride also, it's literally around 10 minutes that they went and they came back, and they charged around 3,000 something for that. They don't give us the bike to drive, but after they requested, they got onto the bike and they drove. But again, you have to bargain a lot with them, and then only you get to have that minimum fare, else you will be literally cheated. So the guide gave us only half an hour to be there on top, because after which we have to go to a monastery. So we are getting back. The view is just amazing. So it's literally from down to top, it's 15 minutes of travel, and from again from top to down, it's 15 minutes. So on the whole, 30 minutes of ropeway is what you get to have for that 6,000 drams. So actually coming down is more fun because the ropeway is very narrow and there are a little bit of bumps and all, wherein it is a very good feel, a kind of adventure as such. So yeah, that is all about our ropeway which we had there. And then we had moved to this monastery. It's around 15 minutes of drive from the ropeway. So there was a olden chapel and a church. So these are all scenic beauties which you can enjoy in Armenia. So since you had traveled to the ropeway, so coming down is where the monastery is. So you can visit this place also. Beautiful scenic view. So in Armenia, basically there are more lot of monasteries, chapels, and all those things. But I hardly prefer going one or two places wherein that is a repetition of everywhere. So every monastery and the chapel more or less has a similar kind of history behind it also. But again, there are people who thoroughly enjoy getting their inner peace, sitting in the monastery and meditation and all those things. So for those of them, yes, monastery is a great place. And once that was done, we went to have lunch. It was almost lunchtime, so we went to Lake Savan. So that was also around half an hour, 40 minutes drive from the ropeway. So this is the beautiful lake which we went through. The water is so clear that they use it for drinking as well. So before we hit the boating, actually we went to the restaurant and we ordered the food which we wanted to eat, because this boating took around half an hour. So it was the guide had suggested us to order the food from the restaurant so that they prepare and keep, and after which, after the boating, we can directly go have the lunch and depart from there. Armenia was our eighth country to visit, and yes, from people from UAE always have these options of Georgia, Armenia, Baku. So these three places, at least being in UAE, has to be visited. So how it went on is like I saved money every month, and the whole package was actually very pretty less. So yes, I was able to afford Armenia with my son Ivan. And yeah, after the small boating, we hit back to the restaurant. The restaurant was very beautiful with the lake view, and more or less similar. The price was more or less similar, and the food was also more or less similar. We had to have kebabs, pastas, or pizza, so that kind of food. As per the itinerary for the day, we are actually done with Lake Savan, and they were supposed to be dropping us in the hotel where we were staying. But we insisted them to drop us in Marketplace because it was only 5 o'clock. So, and we didn't have much to do on the same day. So we went to this marketplace, and but apparently there was protest happening because this is a center square, and like on day one we went to the center square. So this place is close by the center square. So we didn't have currencies to exchange. So me and Divya walked all the way through to the center square to exchange currency, and wherein we had witnessed the protest of Armenia. So many police people were standing, and we were actually lost. We were the only Indians, and yeah, it was again an adventure. We didn't know the place, we didn't know what to speak. The language, everything was a problem, and but yeah, we went to HSBC, exchanged money, and we came back. So we did a little bit of shopping. So you have to really bargain in the center marketplace and get your stuffs done. So once that was done, we had a dinner from a cafe and we left to the hotel.